right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and we're back in the 5.5 beta, and this time we're taking our first look at the Young Sword Master. Now, before we get this thing started, quick disclaimer for y'all. Just gotta let you know that anything you see in this video is subject to change when the update goes live in a few days, okay? Keep that in mind. This is not his final form. That Marvel could tweak him. They could make him stronger. They could make him weaker. So just take everything you see with a grain of salt. Now, with that being said, a lot of you guys have been wanting to hear my thoughts on one of the new free-to-play characters that will be coming in the next few days, the Young Sword Master, right? So as you guys know, man, I have a thing for characters that use swords, right? So when I saw this guy, I was like, his name is kind of lame, like Sword Master, but I like characters that use swords, so I could see myself having some fun with him. And I have been using him on the beta, and I have been liking him, but I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys, right? As always, y'all my people, I love y'all. So yeah, he's not going to be making any kind of waves, right? No pun intended. He's not going to be a game-changing character. He's going to be, I guess, slightly above average, especially when you consider some of the really bad combat characters that we've had to deal with for the past couple years. Okay, he's slightly above average. He has decent damage with decent survivability, and he's fairly fun to play, and I really like the animation on his fifth skill. However, I don't like the fact that it roots him in place for a few seconds. So while you're performing this sword ritual, you could basically just get penetrated even though you have the invincibility, or a toxic meteor could fall on top of you and you can lose a lot of HP that way. And since he doesn't have a heal in his kit, that may be a detriment to the overall value of the character. But overall, he does have some features that stand out, right? His tier 2 passive, he does have super armor, which is actually very good because of the fact that one of his best skills is his third skill, and this thing requires you to be rooted in place, right? The first blade blow gives him an attack buff and damage immunity, which is very, very good. The second skill is just kind of whatever, a Shadowland skill, if you will, but I like to include it in my skill rotation. It's completely up to you guys if you want to copy the rotation. I'll give it to you guys in a second, but his fourth skill, from what I've seen, seems to be his most powerful skill, and that probably has to do with the fact that he has the defense down on it. For me, I like to do something like 3, cancel 4, 5, then 2, then go back into 3, cancel 4, right into 5, back into 2. That's how I've been using him, and I find that I get the right balance of damage and survivability. I've tried to mix it up with him, and sometimes I'll get greater amounts of damage, but I'll take more damage than I need to, and it would result in me dying, right? So just keep that in mind. The build I have for him right now is nothing spectacular. I have a CTP of energy on him just because I wanted to max out his stats a little bit to get a better feel for the character, but overall the build isn't anything crazy, right? I literally just gave him a little bit of extra cooldown and 1 stat for ignore defense. So we're gonna jump into a little bit of world boss here so you can see how he performs, and ultimately maybe you'll take a liking to him and build him with your Shadowland selectors, but I wouldn't say you should be in a rush to build him day 1 or nothing like that. We're gonna try him just by himself without any kind of super OP team up or anything like that, just so you guys can see what his raw damage looks like and overall what his survivability is going to be for you for the most part. All right, so hopefully this gives you guys a good idea of what he's like. We're gonna open with the 3rd, immediately cancel into the 4th, then we're gonna go 5. And the thing about Proxima is she's the ultimate troll, right? She'll come into the circle and have you think that you're gonna get some damage, and then she just like hops out. She's like, nah, not today, not today, not today, right? She's the ultimate troll, guys. Like, the skill itself does very little damage to begin with, and then Proxima just hopping in and out of it. Like, look how big the radius is, but then Proxima still just hops out of it, bro. So you're basically just using that ritual and you're getting like no damage. I accidentally canceled it a little bit too early there, so if you don't let it play out fully, you well, the thing is, if she's just hopping out of it, you're getting no damage regardless. So you're basically just standing there like a fool. And yeah, also when his 4th skill ends, if you don't have something to immediately cancel into, like, he stands in place for like half a second before you can move. he's just trying to do like a little flex or whatever. Like, look, I'm trying to move it. See, I tried to move him, bro. But luckily the immunity was still active. So what you want to do is, like, as soon as you get out of that skill, you want to cancel it into something else immediately, because otherwise he's gonna be like having his back towards the enemy and they're gonna hit him in the back, right? I think he's yeah, he's in need of a little bit more than this, Netmarble, especially since I thought you guys wanted to promo him. Then again, well, I was gonna say Wave didn't get much, but Wave has a tier 2 passive and a leadership that works with one of the best characters in the game, right? So she has value long term. And again, Wave cost crystals. This guy is not costing you nothing. Also, look at it. Oh my, yo. Okay, I want you guys to look at how many times we've used his 5th skill so far. Keep in mind, your 5th skill is basically your ultimate skill, guys. Okay, and we've used it a lot of times in this fight, and we've gotten basically no damage out of it. So, basically, we're using one skill. We're literally using that skill simply for the invincibility. And watch this. When you put it on her, look how little damage it actually does. Right? It does tickle damage, bro. Like, when you use it, the boss literally will just laugh themselves to death, bro. Maybe that's what happens in his thing. When he does his little sword ritual, bro, he's like, I am the sword master. And then they just laugh at him until they just like keel over and die. Yeah, I'm not trying to rip on him, but like, for real. Ooh, he got clapped, bro. Yeah, this is sad. This is sad. I hate that freaking part of the end where he just stands still after the skill ends. So let's actually go try him against Corvus here for you guys. Like I said previously, he's pretty average. Let's actually do 30, a solid 30, and we'll go with these guys. Let's go like that because he's gonna need the ignore dodge, and let's see what he can do here. Honestly, I think they should have given this guy the same treatment they gave to Rogue, or to some degree, because in his comic run, he's teamed up with Shang-Chi. So it's kind of like blowing my mind that he doesn't have at least one skill that calls in Shang-Chi, because I am pretty sure he's not winning all of his fights by himself. I'm pretty sure Shang-Chi's helping him out big time, because it looks like he's really struggling to move this sword around. Well, like, you know, he has to throw his whole body weight behind it. And I think, yo, they're all like avoiding this thing like the plague, bro. Like, this 5th skill of his, like, when they see the green, they're like, wait, this isn't money? Nah, that's the only green that matter, fam. We outie. And they just like run right out of that circle. Also, I think I know exactly why there's that delay when he comes out of the fort. You notice, like, I'm trying to move and it takes me like a second. And that's because his sword is so big that he's having a hard time like moving it. So after doing such a strenuous technique, he has to recompose himself, right? So I think that's why there's that delay at the end of the 4th skill. Like, you'll see, like, right there, I'm trying to move, but it takes me like a second where he's frozen in place and his back is turned always. His back is always turned to the enemy, which is not good, right? Got stabbed there. Luckily, the immunity was still active. So that's why you always, wow, this skill got canceled. You always want to use the 3 to go into the 4. Because when you come out of it, you can't control your character for a sec. So either that or you got to cancel. Also, bro, that tickle damage is mad low, bro. It's not even like in Pokemon where you can get one attack where it's super effective. Well, I guess he has one attack that's super effective. That's the 4th skill. But man, yeah. Yo, he's struggling. He's struggling mad hard. Jeez, the damage is so low. This is 30, fam. And he's level 72. Like, I know the build is it's not complete. This is the beta, but like, come on, man. Like, we used Arrow on 40. She wasn't perfect either. She had some small survivability issues, but that was just probably me being me. You know, the legendary scrub lord, y'all know what it is. Woo. But like, you cannot tell me that that's a 5th skill is supposed to be that weak, especially after the build up, right? Like, you look at this. Cool animation, no damage at all, bro. Like, at least make it so that this thing applies like, I don't know, 100% defense down on the boss for like 10 seconds. And then all of his kills will be good, right? Because, like, look at this. Tickle damage, bro. Tickle damage, fam. Okay, we gotta move. No! We're probably gonna die. Gotta move. He's blitzing the map because we're taking super long to kill him in this first phase. Bro, this is 3 minutes. And I keep having to tag Ancient One, and yo, you guys cannot tell me that that's because I'm this bad, bro. The man has invincibility and immunity, right? Which is why I said he's above average when compared to some of the really bad combat characters that we've had for years. But like damage-wise, he's looking like nothing, bro. He's looking like nothing, which is quite sad, and he's about to get clapped there because he's stuck in place when yeah, bro. It's sad. It's sad. He's better than Bullseye. Oh man, guys, I'm sorry. I know a couple of you guys are gonna give me shit, like, you know, new hero, and I'm here ripping him apart. But I was hoping he would impress me and impress you guys. But like, this is bad. Maybe I should have gone to stage like 20, right? Maybe that's where he would be. But come on, it's stage 30, right? He should be able to do this. For new characters we're getting in 2019, close to 2020, come on, he should be able to do this. Especially we have a CTB of energy on him, he's level 70. Okay, this kid, yo, he just got clapped. He got stuck in place. The sword is too big for him. He's not ready, bro. I don't know why they decided to call him Sword Master, because he's definitely not the master of this sword. The sword is the master of the kid, okay? He's struggling to wield this thing, and you can see after using such a strenuous technique like the waving sword dance, right? He's really struggling to catch his breath and recover. Anyways, boys, we're gonna wrap it up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Just wanted to give y'all a first look at the kid. I think he has some cool things about him, but he needs way more damage. And they definitely gotta fix whatever the heck is going on at the end of his fourth skill, where the skill is done, but you cannot move him for like a second or so. So basically your back is turned to the enemy and they can just literally stab you and you bleed out, right? They gotta fix that. Make it so you can move immediately after the skill is done, please, and thank you very much. Netmarble will also rack up his damage a whole lot, because otherwise, I can promise you, by November, nobody's gonna remember who this kid is. It's sad, man. Another Shadowland character? Possibly. I'll build him on my own account. Maybe my opinion will change, hopefully, when the update officially goes live, right? He'll look, I wouldn't say completely different, because he doesn't need to look completely different. He just needs way more damage. Way more damage, and then we're in business. So we'll see what Netmarble decides to do. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. It's crazy because he even has the Berserk passive active, and it's not really doing too much for him. Sad life.